A resident of Levelland and a World War II veteran is celebrating a big milestone. Sergeant Lloyd Parker is now 100 years old, and many gathered to see him for his big day.
KCBD News Channel 11's Dylan Villa sat down with Sergeant Parker to learn more about him and see how he's been able to keep going all these years later.
As Lloyd Parker talks about his life story and the places he's gone, he can tell some pretty good jokes, even at 100 years old.
Now, New Zealand is just like the States, except they drive on the wrong side of the road. Then we got to go to New Guinea. That's the mosquito capital of the world.
Lloyd began his basic training in Mineral Wells, Texas at Camp Walters, which was the largest infantry replacement training center in the U.S. From there, he traveled to Fort Meade, Maryland, and Camp Shanks, New York, before heading to Cuba. In 1944, he was assigned to the 43rd Infantry Division and played a role in the liberation of the Philippines. He describes some of the difficulties being in war, including spending hours inside a foxhole.
It's hard to sleep at night with both eyes open. So we'd have partners to sleep certain hours. We would sleep certain hours. But we didn't trust them. We was afraid they'd go to sleep. But we finally learned that. We had to trust somebody.
After his time in the war, Lloyd moved back close to Mineola. He later moved to Lubbock with his family and began working in construction, and then for a lumber company in Levelland. December 30, 2024 marks Lloyd's 100th birthday. To celebrate, many of his friends and family came together to celebrate the big occasion. One of those family members is Lloyd's son, Bill, who says his father is still pretty sharp and is loved by many.
He's the most forgiving, understanding, peaceful man I've ever known. I meet people here in Levelland when we come to visit that we'll run into them and they'll pull me to the side and say, "Your dad is the best friend or best man I've ever worked with or had as a friend."
Lloyd says he's not sure how he feels about hitting the century milestone, but is blessed to be around so many that love and support him.
Well, I don't know how you're supposed to feel when you're 100, because you never have been there. But everybody's been real nice, even the people here. And like this card that I got.
Dylan Villa, KCBD News Channel 11.